The Grass type and Pokemon Emerald. You'd think these two would be a match made in heaven. They're both green. They both have pretty cool aspects and pretty awful aspects.
How are you? I am under the water.
However,
Please
these two could not be more against each other. Grass types are obviously super effective against water, something this game is rather fond of. And in retaliation, Emerald was like, oh, you like beating water types? Be a shame if 90% of them were either Tentacool or had Ice Beam, or both. So you'd be correct to believe completing a Hardcore Nuzlocke with just grass types in Pokemon Emerald would be a difficult prospect. And if you've read up on your EscarJoe lore, and you all better have done, you'll know why. Yes, this challenge and me have a complicated history, referring to the fact that Champion Wallace's Wailord is an obese, overinflated, crit-happening degenerate, and I was unable to beat this Nuzlocke because of that fact. But I have finally returned to Hoenn, and this time, when I exit that Elite Four building and someone asks me to describe my current living status with only using poor English, I will say, I am live. Because I'm streaming now! Look at this fellow over here! That's me! The voice! Yup, and you can come and join me over on Twitch TV, where I'll be live every Wednesday and Saturday, so stop by. It's always well, I'm always there. Or if you don't want to have the run spoiled and prefer the vids, why not subscribe to stay notificated on when I upload? Anyway, let us begin. After I'm done removing myself from my mother's house, I meet everyone's favourite incompetent scientist and use our first Pokemon of the challenge to save him, Trico, and he instantly KOs the vicious level 2 Zigzagoon. After being congratulated, I'm given the opportunity to name our beautiful boy, and given I have a gecko in real life named Nax, I figured Green Nax would be perfect. An adjective that also describes this Davenport professional wuss's favourite Pokemon, Shroomish. I hate having to share the same love for a Pokemon as this guy, but man oh man, Pimbo? This is what happens when you let chat name things. Will be lying on the floor paralysed because of a broken back, because of all the weight he will carry in this run. Before Roxanne, this is all we get, but it's all we really need, so let's go and... Hey, where's the screen going? Hey, you get back... Oh, I forgot about that. Yes, how could I have failed to mention one of the grass types of all time? Lotad. Or perhaps even Lombre, because he evolves so early. Now, surely, a second form Pokemon this close to the start would be incredible. Well, by looking at Lombre's breathtaking stats, deep and intricate move pool, we can clearly see this thing sucks. Now, for some unknown reason, one of my mods, Neo, absolutely adores the Lotad line, and they even requested to be the one to name our Lotad. Grimblor the Lotad. Yes, Grimblor. A name to put fear into the hearts of level 1 Pokemon everywhere. Right, okay, we caught Grimblor. Can we please get back to the first gym now? Right, there we go, thank you. Roxanne. She has rocks. Very simple stuff here. Geodude, Nosepass. All have the speed-lowering Rock Tomb as stab, and all are weak to Pimbo, Devourer of Stone. First Geodude is KO'd with one absorbed. The second one barely survives with a sliver. Perfectly planned, by the way, as now Roxanne will waste one of her potions, and we can get back to full health by knocking out the rock with another absorb. When Nosepass comes out, I go for the famously inaccurate Leech Seed, which is able to connect. Joke's on me though, Nosepass's fetish is the Seed of Pimbo, and it uses block to make sure we cannot leave. I'm hoping Pimbo can do it, cause he's got no other choice now. He needs to get through one potion and an Oran Berry. That is not a lot of damage, Jesus Christ. Thankfully, the lack of damage is going to be alleviated due to my next move. Alright, now we break its legs.
I can't walk! Why the hell can't I walk?
In a shocking turn of events, while in a wheelchair, against a super effective mushroom, while also being seeded, Nosepass was defeated through the power of mashing the A button. Truly a Pokemon battle of all time. There's a few things we need to do before moving on, mainly rescuing the Dum Port employee package and unlocking the ability to travel down the coast to Dooflid Town, where we immediately deliver a letter to the guy whose favourite move is Steel Wing for whatever reason. Green Nax evolves into Grovyle, and then we unlock the ability to travel all the way to Slateport City. Upon arriving, I have a brief talk with Twitch chat about a certain Pokemon that may or may not be in my possession. We already have the only water type we'll ever need. Sorry to disappoint, no. It's not going to learn a lot of water type moves. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but listen, I would just say, don't get attached to Grimblaw. Listen, I'm not insulting it, I'm just saying, be prepared for things to happen to Grimblaw, and some of them may not be good. Here's your answer to Glacier, though. Oh god, if only I had a fighting type that could one-hit all her Pokemon. God. Why dwell on bad teammates, though? After all, when we're done exhibiting our power to Team Aqua at the museum, they retreat and open the path to a small patch of grass on Route 110, where I catch Weed Joke number 421. Ormp over here has a few very special traits. Number 1 is being an asshole, wasting 10 or so balls. Once she does accept my balls, I'm able to put her second trait to use, her resistance to the fighting type. Nice segue, Joe. It's everyone's favourite gym. The man you either sweep, or the man whose vital throwing Makuhita KOs your entire team. Our goal is to achieve the former, obviously. So we lead Grimblaw and have him do the one useful thing he's capable of doing. Fake Out, a move that you can only use on your first turn, but always has priority. The internal debate on who should have the job of weakening Machop went on for a while, before I eventually decided to just let Grimblaw have a brief moment in the sun. The plan is get Machop weak enough that Boolunk can switch in and KO it without wasting too many absorb PPs. Next, she's going to be fighting a long battle against Meditite. Meditite can't actually hit Boolunk so long as we only use attacking moves due to how Focus Punch works. Yes, this does take a while, and we are at risk of running out of absorb PPs, but eventually we are able to succeed, leaving us in a perfect position to take on Makuhita. And for my first move, I'm going to use a very unorthodox attack. Sweet Scent is a move that reduces the evasion of a Pokemon, meaning the normally 75% accurate Sleep Powder jumps up to practically 100% accuracy. The challenge is as simple as putting Makuhita to sleep when it's awake and smacking the daylights out of it when it's asleep. A few turns later and the second badge is ours, along with the TM for Bulk Up, a vitally important move. But before we can take advantage of it though, we have the only difficult rival fight in this run. May 2, a name that will strike fear into speedrunners everywhere.
Well,
May is not an easy character for us to fight. Her Wingull and Combustion both hit us for super effective damage. Good news is, A, we can get Pimbo to evolve into something with legs, say hello to our resident fighting type with a hint of grass taped on the side. Also, Plumk evolves into Gloom. And 2, we aren't just outright one-shot by either of these things. With this in mind and a pretty good team to back us up, I was confident. I am not confident in the slightest. Part 1 of my strategy. Don't miss the incredibly inaccurate Rock Tomb. And that's all we need. So. Oh, it didn't miss. Boys, it didn't miss. Now just crit and kill in one shot so we're on full health. You god! You actual god, Green Nax. I did not think that would kill. Okay, now send out Combustion. There he is, there's Combustion. This is really special. Because we didn't take damage, I can be greedy by using Rock Tomb again on Combustion, slowing it down and doing a bit of chip damage. Combustion wastes a turn using Focus Energy, upping its chance of getting a critical hit as we lower its chance of surviving. Now it's time for Grimblaw to do his thing. Go in, eat a fire move, get a pretty incredible crit fake out, and then go for a second fake out like an idiot. God damn it, Grimblaw, stop throwing! Don't you dare burn, okay? Then this kills, this kills, this kills, this kills, this kills, this kills. Killed. Easy, and it's just that simple. Don't know what you guys were worried about, honestly. This is a difficult accomplishment, by the way. And listen, for any of you thinking I'm being mean, Guess what gym we're fighting next? Oh wait, you don't have to, it's Watson. I don't think Grimblor is going to like Watson. To be perfectly fair though, nor is anyone else. If the amount of ground types are less than 1, Watson is going to reduce your chances of winning to none. Hey, remember what I said 10 seconds ago about Grimblor not liking this one? Well, situations have forced me to consider every option, and Grimblor has Fake Out and is expendable. I mean, oh boy, look at him go. Look at that damage with Nature Power. Unfortunately, chat was very angry with me being reckless with their beautiful boy Grimblor, so I decided to be reckless with Green Nax instead. Alright, we go to Green Nax. We go to Green Nax. We're fine, everything's fine. Well... oh my god! What? There is no universe where that should have happened. There is absolutely no universe where Grimblow and Green Nax make it out of that alive. Yo! By some miracle, some divine intervention or deal with the devil, Green Nax tanked what Eco could not. And it gets even worse for Watson. His AI just forgets it loves spamming Thunder Wave, so we're able to get 2 free bulk ups with Pimbo against Electrike. Do not attribute Green Nax's incredible survival to Grimblor. Grimblor did the damage that then put the Volt up in range to where it wanted to self-destruct. In all honesty, this is kind of Grimblor's fault that Green Nax almost died. Just saying, I'm just pointing it out there. The final 2 Pokemon, Magneton and Manectric, don't stand a chance against Pimbo, and barely stand a chance against Pimbo. The +2 attack extraordinaire has given us the 3rd badge. Green Nax absolutely saved Grimblor's life. By the way, if I had stayed in with Grimblor, he would have died to self-destruct. No shot, he was livid. With the gym behind us and this very scary trainer who attacked me with a Doduo defeated... He can kill it, 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 he can kill it. Oh, for Christ. It's time to move on to the next obstacle. Colloquially known as that bitch-ass team with all the bats and a bit of fire. Team Magma. We will battle them in a moment, but first I need to catch a new plant on Route 114. And she, well, she's a shy one, only having a 1% encounter rate. It takes a hot minute, but eventually we are able to locate the Nuzlocke Pokemon himself, Nuzleaf. Chat chose to name her Chalk, and she joins the party. And just in time to head to Mount Chimney and begin a battle that I, for whatever reason, refused to plan for. The fight is against Maxie himself, and he is rocking a Zubat with a super effective attack, and a Camerupt with a super effective attack. Starting to think just blindly going into battles without any real plan is not going to be a good idea going forward. Oh well, we still do have a few standard strategies that I like to employ, such as using Sweet Scent to ensure we get to hit a 100% accurate Sleep Powder against Mighty Hina. Right, go to sleep. Don't you dare flinch me. You actual sack of garbage. And there's the sand attack, so now we are back to goddamn normal. To be fair, I did deserve that, but all it really means is we're going to spend a bit more time looking at this dog. I need Plumk alive, so I don't think I can risk him here. Does he die to a crit? Yes. Yes, he definitely does. Plumk, you useless. So I switch out to Green Nax, as this is where he'll be the most useful in our battle. We are able to get Mighty Hina's health low enough with Absorbs that Maxie uses one of his potions, and then even after that we are able to get a bit more chip damage. But eventually, Green Nax is substituted for Chalk. His big, beefy, strong hands flinch the Mighty Hina right off the bat, and his Bullet Seed does no damage. Oh, just the worst. Don't flinch. Please don't flinch. Chalk, my man, my boy, my girl, sorry. Please. Don't. Not again. Not again. Not again. You're staying in. You're staying in, Chalk. I don't care. Don't. Thank you. With the easiest member of Maxie's team taken care of, it's time for the ones with a super effective move. Camelrupt has arrived. Thankfully though, we have a water type on hand. Just look at all these amazing water type moves we have access to. Oh wait. Luckily, the fact that our water type is dry as a desert is offset by the fact on the Switch, Camelrupt used Tackle. And after the obligatory fake out, Grimblaw hits a nature power. Nature power is probably slightly better, don't miss. Just flinch. Hey, why don't we just flinch? Oh, we are in so much trouble. Alright, fair enough. Maybe the Stab Absorb will do a bit better. See if Absorb's any better. Oh, we are in so much trouble. Fastly no. Well, okay, Past Joe. No need to be pessimistic. A victory is still well within the realms of possibility. Sadly, though, not all shall taste the nectar a defeated opponent brings. I send out Green Nax, our starter, our trusty little lizard. The freebie on the Switch here is imperative to our success. I cannot overstate the magnitude of the situation we're in. Because if the camel had used Ember here, we'd be risking a death to a crit. Green Nax, it's been an honor. Do not miss the Screech. Thank you. Once again, I will not be able to see Sept. Please live somehow. You didn't live. Bulk up. One bulk up. Nice and simple. Nothing out of the ordinary. You may have noticed I used the bulk up there instead of going for the KO. That is because we have to fight the swollest Zubat in the history of Pokemon after this. Let me explain it in the simplest way I know how. We have decent attack IVs, a lonely nature, are one level higher, and are using a relatively strong move, Headbutt. And we still don't KO Zubat without using that one bulk up. Thankfully, the stars do align and we're able to win this fight. And as you can plainly see, Green Nax's survival of that self-destruct really gave him so much more time to grow as a character and become truly beloved. And now we're on to Flannel Lady. Let's discuss Flannel Lady. She has fire types. And I love cheese. Upon entering this objectively terrifying fight, I lead the first of my crucial components for victory, the ever-loved Plunk. The steps to success are as follows. Sweet Scent, as you should know by now, lowers the Nummel's evasion, leading to Sleep Powder being far more accurate, accumulating to a safer situation where we can lower Nummel's evasion with Flash, which also now will not miss. The objective of getting Nummel to -6 accuracy is completed without any issue. All we need now is for Nummel to either hit an overheat and lower its special attack by 2 stages, or miss all 5 of them. Use overheat. Use overheat. Why are you not using the overheat? It's just a small waiting game at this point. Just use overheat. It's your most powerful attack. Use overheat. Oh my god. Yeah, like, why are you not using it, Nummel? It's your most powerful attack. It makes the most sense. You are actually worse than every evil person that's ever existed. Just use overheat. I'm a lovely little plant. Please just set me on fire. Oh boy, howdy. Oh, I sure do love the fire. How have you hit 2 takedowns? Look at that number. It's high, and fire type is good against grass. Use it. Can't do another one because it'll crit and kill. Oh. Unbelievable. 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 That was -6. That was -6 accuracy. I really enjoyed saying plunk. I believe it is now time for a bit of vengeance. With her accuracy non-existent and her special attack ruined, Nummel's only way to stop Pimbo from setting up 6 bulk ups, getting to +6 in attack, is to get a critical hit. In those critical moments though, that does not happen, and in the words of Yami Yugi, Season 1, Episode 14...
It will take much more than cheap pyrotechnics to make me lose my cool.
Pimbo has secured us another badge, but this time it came at a steep cost, because Plump was gonna be very, very, very useful later, and it was the only mon I had who knew sleep powder. Ironic, really, because now he's sleeping forever. Okay, after a lot of shenanigans, we can finally complete some of our quests without much issue. I first head into the desert, where a lovely tower is located, at the apex of which are 2 fossils, one of which I used to beat this game with just bug types in a previous video, and one I will use to beat this game with just grass types. The root fossil, after being taken back to Davenport, is revived into Lily, but because he'll eventually evolve into a Cray-Dilly, chat wanted me to name him Cray Cray, and it would not be a EscarJoe video if I didn't give our recently resurrected Pokemon a normal baptism. Norman, my father, is remarkably easy in this challenge. With a person berry equipped, Pimbo gets a free bulk up against Spinder, whose confusion-spreading Teeter Dance is rendered mutant pointless. Follow-up of 3 one-hit KOs occurs, leaving only big old Slacking, who we cannot KO in 1 hit. This is where Cray Cray is entered into the equation, and the answer becomes pain. Ingrain locking us in was a bit shaky. I will admit, I was scared at times, but Cray Cray is the personification of fear. He is a demon. I am certain his original death was no accident. It was premeditated and justified due to the crimes this thing has committed. And now he sits at my side, ready to do the same to my enemies. Let me give you an example. With Confuse Ray, Cray Cray forced Slacking to hit himself about 70% of the time. Please hit yourself. Please. Oh. Hit yourself, hit yourself, hit yourself, hit yourself, hit yourself, hit yourself, hit yourself. Yes! 1. Just that 1 defense lower. Hit yourself again. Easy. Pog. We're gonna get another defense lower here. And it's gonna hit itself. Okay, we got the first part. Please smack yourself. Thank you. Smack yourself, smack yourself, smack yourself, smack yourself. Now, as much as I would love to show you a battle where the most exciting thing was me predicting the acid defense drop, and here comes the defense lower we've all been waiting for. Let's go make... What did I say? What did I say? Now it smacks itself. Damn it. I think we'd be best moving on to the victory screen. Getting Surf. Alright, Neo. This is the first time that Grimloir is going to have a decent move. What do we get rid of? I wonder what. Heading across the waves, grabbing the Ice Beam TM, and beginning the journey up Route 119 towards the flying Grass Dinosaur Trophius, who is a god tier Pokemon that I deeply love. And named Bananasaurus. I know it doesn't all fit, just ignore that. With his position on the team, I'm sure everyone is feeling so much happier, and because of that, we're able to beat the Team Aqua members in the weather station quickly, and even May was not much of a threat. All it did was give us time to appreciate the fighting style of Cray Cray, a never-ending nightmare for his opponents. And also, a never-before-seen of kindness to Grimloir as he got a strong water move. His first actually decently damaging attack, though, will not do much against what is coming. Winona, the flying-type gym leader. In order to just oppose the absolute terror this battle will bring, I'm going to play some cat videos in the background while I go over the plan. Now, chat seem to think Grimloir and Ice Beam created an unlosable strategy. One small problem. Yes, I want to spam the... If I could talk for like 2 seconds straight, that'd be amazing. Spam the skull emoji every time something dies. I agree with that. We need more spamming as soon as something bad happens. Neo, are you seriously telling me? You look me dead in the eye, Neo, and tell me that Grimloir is a good Pokemon after that. You goddamn look me in the eye and say that. That is a 4 times super effective Ice Beam, for Christ's sake. Jesus. In fact, nothing really enjoys any Pokemon on this team. It's a spider web of degeneracy, and because spiders are bugs and bugs are super effective against grass, the situation is even worse. The actual way we're gonna win, and tell me if you've heard this before, Grimblaw KOs Swablu with Ice Beam, then we recall him as Tropheus swoops down. This thing's move pool is limited and not very hard hitting, so we can stall it out with our own Bananasaurus and Cray Cray. Once that is done, Pimbo arrives, bulks up, and we win. At the time, I was confident I'd created a flawless plan without flaws. One critical issue, though, was not taken into account. Altaria, or more accurately, its speed of 68. Pimbo has a speed of question mark, because I didn't look it up before the battle.
If you watch my videos, you got a bit of a monster.
I just assumed he was faster. With that fact not in mind, I began preparing, firstly by evolving Chalk into Shiftry, then by battling through the gym trainers. You go for that. You should kill. Oh! Oh, blah, 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 blah. What is that damage? That damage is non-existent. Okay, this is very scary now. This is actually terrifying. It's probably an okay switch. Or maybe Chalk. Because I can fake out whatever comes in next. Yeah, Chalk for Grimblaw. Oh god, that's scary. Ho ho! That damage though. That damage. That's fine. That's fine. I can handle that. Not on Chalk, thank you. But I don't think that is doing a lot of damage, is it? Ah! Okay, maybe it is. Like, Cray Cray, you've done God's work. Now it's time for Bananasaurus to take over. Do we just kill Doodoo now? Because that thing is actually hitting really hard. And I don't think a Satu is going to be as scary. Okay. I'm going to make the executive decision to just fake out Doodoo. That should kill. Yep, that's dead. Okay. That sends in a Pelipper that isn't as scary. Okay, that's actually really bad. We are at -2. Both Pokemon. Please, please kill it, and please kill it. Please kill it, man. Chalk, I need you to, like, do good here. Oh my god, yes, Bananasaurus can clutch that. Oh my god. It's actually really bad. If this AI goes for Wing Attack here, we are probably going to die. I think I've got to risk it. High damage, maybe? Yes! Oh, perfect. Stomp kill, stomp kill, stomp kill, stomp kill. Not a lot of damage. Not very pog. Not pog, not pog. That kills, though. That kills. That has to kill. No, no, no! No, 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 no! Nice, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Relax, relax. Continuing from there, I decided to go and have a safer and more relaxing time EV training. That's full power rollout. That's a full power rollout. Shit, shit, shit. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna really hurt. Why am I so dumb? Why am I so dumb? Oh my god, what's best? What's gonna survive the rollout? Is Bananasaurus just like the best bet here because it's got so much health? And we can probably run away the easiest? Or just straight up kill it? I'm gonna do the dumbest thing I've done all day. I'm gonna risk Pimbo. That was 4, that was 5, that was a... Okay. No, there was no need to panic at all there. That did nothing. But Christ on a bicycle. What was that nonsense? At this point, I made the executive decision to head to Lily Cove and get some... Please, smack, 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 smack. Oh. Oh, it feels good to be this bad. Not wanting to risk anyone else dying before the gym, I decided it was time to finally fight it. However, there was one thing left to do. I needed to allow Cray Cray to reach his ultimate form. A form where he no longer requires the need to attack himself. God knows if this is gonna work or not. Because to be honest, there's like barely anything else we can do. I'll be frank with you. Alright, here we go. Beginning the battle, and things went smoothly. Swablu was taken out with Ice Beam, but a slight deviation did occur when Pelipper came out instead of Tropheus. This is fine though, the same strat will work here. Only difference is, against Pelipper, the biggest risk isn't crits or anything like that, it's... Now the only annoying thing is knowing when the AI is going to do something smart and when it's going to do something dumb, and so we could waste protects, but... Yeah, see? Like that. Like that. God. Aside from that, the attrition warfare stage of the battle was relatively uneventful. You said double team Cray Cray was bad. Ah, that's right, Aerial Ace doesn't miss. So double team is irrelevant in that. Listen, we all make mistakes, don't worry about it too much. After a lot of waiting, eventually Pelipper starts to struggle, and we can send out Pimbo, who starts the process of bulking up. But as he was doing so, something happened. Something that would normally be very much appreciated, but in this very specific circumstance, it most certainly was not. Pelipper got poisoned by Pimbo's ability Effect Spore, which turns out to be really bad because Winona ends up not healing Pelipper, and because the extra damage she's taking from both poison and struggle, we are not able to get the full 6 bulk ups off, only 5. However, the math should still work in our favour, it's just a bit askewed. So no worries, let the sweeping begin with the meta-defining Pokemon Skarmory, known for its massive physical defense, the first in line to fall. That does the most damage. No way, that didn't kill! No way, that didn't kill! What? I'm gonna have a stroke. I'm gonna have a stroke. Through some divine intervention or a deal with the devil, the 4 times weak and at half health Pimbo survived the stab Aerial Ace. Yes, you are correct, people in the audience. Plus 5 defense is a lot, but tanky we normally are not, and that hit still should have done so much more damage. And if my heart couldn't take any more, unless we get outspeed Altaria, which we don't. Wait, 68, was that enough? Am I dumb? Hey, Tropheus. It has 68 as well, boys. We are on a coin flip. Indeed, chat. After getting to level 34, Pimbo has 68 speed exactly, putting it on par with Altaria. I'm gonna have to return. I think it's the only way we have a slight chance. Pimbo, God willing, God praising, believe Pimbo, I need you to go first! Actual God, Pimbo is a god! Oh, God, that's terrifying. And just as the Lord intended, the plants have proved their dominance over the skies. They will forever be tainted by the power of Pimbo, Cray Cray, Bananasaurus, and the 2 other ones. We have beaten the Flying Gym, and never again shall we. Who the f*** are you? Oh yes, how could I have forgotten the instrumental Cacnea, who evolves into Cacturn and is named Mrs. Prick. Thank you for that one again, chat. Okay, while I'm not overly enthusiastic about Cacturn, given the next gym coming up, I'll admit she will be useful. Also, we're going to see why I chose not to sacrifice Chalk to Maxi all those many minutes ago. Before that, a few things that we will speed up due to unimportance. A custody dispute? I've been informed Bananasaurus is legally my daughter. No, listen, you all have, like, pretend custody. I am the only one with true. Like, you can, like... believe and, like, you know, be supportive of the so-called children, but they are mine at the end of the day. Team Water, the entire organization of Team Land, who caused a few issues. Wait, what? Wait, what? What? No, you're not allowed to do that, Maxi. That's illegal. That's illegal, Maxi. I'm not you. At the end of the day, though, Cray is an immobile menace, and Maxi was once again defeated, without losing a single teammate, might I add. Can I get a paralysis up in this bitch? Can I get a smacks himself in confusion up in this bitch? Can I get... damn it. Can I get a no crit up in this bitch? Fucking what? And then we also do go through Team Water's first base, and again, no real challenge was had. Jumping back to important things, we have the Psychic Gym, one of the most difficult gyms in all of Hoenn, with a Calm Mind boosting Exatu, an Earthquake spamming Claydol, and the OG Sun and Moon Pokemon waiting in the back with surprisingly good coverage moves. It is everything I don't like. In all fairness though, 2 dark types means 2 Pokemon can't be hit by 2 other Pokemon. Makes sense then that we lead both of these mons into the battle. On turn 1, surprisingly, the Cactus and the obviously slow Ninjamon are outsped here, resulting in some initial but light damage. But the double strike from Shadow Ball and Feint Attack does remove Claydol straight away. The Soul Rock comes in afterwards, but the same plan will work by doubling up the attacks into it. Chalk immediately hits a strong Shadow Ball, putting Soul Rock into the yellow. Exatu boosts its mind with Calm Mind, and then, to my shock and horror, Soul Rock outspeeds us and hits a super effective Flamethrower right onto Mrs. Prick, burning away one of the most intricate and layered characters to have ever existed within fiction. After the mandatory 3.32 seconds of mourning, I replaced the fallen fawned one with Bananasaurus and KO Soul Rock with Chalk. Oh, one dark move, no! With our Dark-type wall cracked, Exatu, whose +1 in special attack and defense, is now a very, very large problem, and Bananasaurus is straight in the firing range. I use Body Slam on Exatu next, and get a lucky-ish paralysis, the ish part due to Exatu's trace ability, paralyzing us also. Exatu then uses Confuse Ray, very, very spooky, but thankfully, it goes on to Bananasaurus and not Chalk, who is now free to KO Exatu with another Ball of the Shadows. Next turn, Bananasaurus gets fully paralyzed and Chalk puts Lunatone into the yellow as it gets off another Calm Mind. As the following turn begins, I learn something interesting. Chalk and Lunatone have actually been speed-tied this entire time, as Lunatone is able to go first and thankfully misses a Hypnosis. Unpunished by my poor planning once again, Chalk gets the KO, saving us from this nightmare. Once the funeral proceedings have been concluded, it's time. It is time, everyone, to finish the main story, which I have ignored for such a decent amount of time now, due to how pathetically underwhelming it has been. But now it's finally about to evolve into something truly incredible. We're given the HM for dive, and can finally enter the underwater world. We can finally get a Water Stone and evolve Grimblor into something not worthless. Believe you me, I never thought this day would come. I never lost faith, no. I always trusted Grimblor to evolve into something useful. I never intentionally almost killed him. I always cherished him because I knew on this day he would become a Ludicolo. And trust me, lads and ladies, oh, he will be around later. But now, instead, we have to fight Team Water once again. And this time it'll be against the most difficult evil team battle in the game, the fight with Archie. When the battle begins, I had a pretty devious plan. I thought I was going to be cheeky and try and outsmart the AI, predicting it might switch Mighty Hina again. So rather than just using Mach Punch, I was having Pimbo use Return that would do more damage onto the Crobat if it did come in. But of course, it didn't, so I just looked like a fool. No matter though, the Mighty Ina is eventually taken care of by Pimbo, and Crobat does arrive in a natural way. That was a mistake on its part. Sharpedo is removed much quicker and without any hassle, enabling us to beat Archie and move on to the final gym battle of Hoenn. What about the story? Listen, I spent 20 minutes going into detail on why Bird Lady bad. I have to make some cuts here and there. Please leave a comment explaining your disappointment though. And speaking of disappointment, guess what strategy we're going to use against Hoenn, despite having a team comprised of leaves in the water gym. That's right, the most boring way to play this game, but the only way in which we win. So we have to do it. With the assistance of Grimblaw, Bananasaurus and Cray, we stall out Loveness, then switch into Pimbo, who bulks up and sweeps the entirety of one's team with just one hit apiece, yada yada yada. That gives us the final gym badge. Plus, as a reward for his first gym battle, my mod, Neo, made some art of Grimblaw to commemorate this incredible moment of him being useful. I don't know how to feel about this, Neo. I don't know how to feel about it. It's, I guess I'll just show everyone. This is what my artist, Neo, made me. What is this? He got an 8-pack, not even a 6-pack. He's got a full-on 8-pack. 2, 4, 6, 8. Thank you for that, Neo. I'll add it to the folder. It took 10 hours of me battling through harder and harder challenges, using a type which for the vast majority of the run had no usable moves to go along with it, losing 3 teammates in the process. But all shall not be insane. We are ready for the Elite Four at long last. The end of my hardcore Nuzlocke with only grass types is here. Dramatic black screen. And dramatic fade out of black screen. Any minute now. Any minute now. Any minute now. Yeah, funny story, that happened again. Also, I proceeded to delete the original script that had every event which occurred in the Elite Four, so I had to use the one that one of my viewers wrote up. Big shout out to them for being more organised than me. That's not much of an accomplishment. With all that being said, you know what must happen now. This video is going to be delayed by a couple months. Yay. This better get a lot of fucking views, I swear to God. As we enter the Elite Four Gauntlet, we are faced by 5 terrifying opponents, and our Grass-type Pokemon cannot counter a whole lot of them. However, I have been preparing, planning, and am going to execute every single one of them. Starting off with Sydney and Glacier, who have Dark and Ice types respectively. Now we can talk about them together because they're going to be grouped into the Pimbo Punching Ground category. Nothing too exciting to comment on here, 1 bulk up in each fight and that is all we need to KO the entirety of their team. In a similar vein, the Ghost type Elite Four member Phoebe is completely taken out by Chalk's Shadow Balls. We don't always one-shot every single one of the Pokemon, but we're not taking really any damage in return, so this is relatively safe. But as is normal with this game, when the 3 plebs are taken out, Drake steps into the fray, and this is where the problems begin. The challenges with this fight do not end with the fact we cannot use Pimbo to simply sweep through, given that Salamence and Flygon are in fact faster. It goes a bit deeper, because the best plan we have is to use Grimblaw's Ice Beam. Ice Beam is a special attack, and Grimblaw is a special kind of boy, because his special attack IVs are a whopping 0. Awful IVs or not though, we are kind of locked in with Grimblaw as our only hope of beating Drake. Starting off the battle against Shelgon, I originally was going to use Fake Out and then KO it with Ice Beam, which would now be a one-hit kill. Shelgon, being a little bitch, counteracts this plan with Protect against Fake Out. Grimblaw counteracts the counteracting by getting a critical hit. The next Pokemon out is Kingdra, the biggest problem around because we cannot hit it for super effective damage, and the neutral damage we do deal is meaningless. Evidently, it's become clear we need some kind of extra chip damage to out Kingdra, and that damage can be found with one member of our team who has already done all they can. Chalk. She is sent out, she gets a fake out off, and one final Shadow Ball before Kingdra brings her down. This sacrifice, though, will not be forgotten, because when Grimblaw returns, he can use his own fake out for that little bit of chip damage, and a few more Giga Drains means Kingdra is defeated. Going through the process of ice beaming the rest of the dragons, it was a bit scary given the speed of them all, but Grimblaw held fast and was able to ice beam the daylights out of all of them. The Elite Four have been taken out with only one sacrifice being needed. The only challenge left is, you know him, you probably don't like him, Steven was the better champion, it's Wallace, another water-type trainer, who taught all his Pokemon ice moves, and has a Tentacruel, and a Gyarados, and a worthless Wailord that Smoothpool is begging to be taken advantage of. And guess who can do goo with this knowledge? The one and only Pimbo. By stalling out the whale, getting buff for a final time, barely outspeeding the Tentacruel, there's nothing, absolutely nothing, not a single thing Wallace can do this time. Nah, I'm just messing with you. We still actually one-shot the angry blue worm without any problems. The only reason he won before was due to a faster Tentacruel and a critting Wailord, neither of which exist in this universe. And so, it is set in stone. I have finally avenged my failure in the OG Grass-type Hardcore Nuzlocke. 1 year ago, I was but a loser. Now I am the champion.
Yeah.
But it's not all sunshine and rainbows, kids. A choice had to be made. In order to stall Wailord out of all its beloved PP, I had to use my 3 best walls. Cray-Cray, Bananasaurus, and Grimblaw. With his grass water type, Grimblaw was incredibly resistant to Wailord's mighty water spout, and could even do a bit of chip damage to the whale in order to reduce the damage of water spout. This was his final mission. He had conquered so much, all the dragons were dead because of him. He was 1 day away from retiring. And then, this bastard of a whale struck him down with Blizzard. There was nothing we could do but mourn. Grimblaw may have started out as a joke. We mocked his small PP, his pathetic damage output, but in the end of the day, he low-dabbed on all his enemies, and for that, I am eternally grateful to Grimblaw. The real question of every Nuzlocke should never be, are we going to win? It should be, how many coffins do we need to buy? And that about wraps everything up. I truly do hope you have all enjoyed this. It took a long time to make, so yeah, I just really hope you'll leave a like, subscribe, comment. Also, massive shout out to all my Patreon supporters. I want to once again thank you all for your continuous support. This makes everything possible, and I truly am grateful for it. If anyone is interested in supporting me further, there's a link down below you can click on. You'll get access to a exclusive chat in the Discord server, as well as getting videos a day earlier, as well as also getting your name in the credits here. I tried a fair few different things in this video just to see how it would work, so let me know what you think. Personally, I think it took longer than I would have liked, but hey-o, that's just kind of the job, I guess. Once again, hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, all that stuff really, truly does help me out, helps me grow. And yeah, let's get to 10k as soon as possible. Thank you all, and have a fantastic day.